Two fully loaded Boeing 747s were taxiing through thick fog on the runway, preparing for takeoff. In a few moments, something would happen that would shock the world. How is this possible? On March 26, 1977, Pan Am Flight 1736, a Boeing 747-100 with a call sign Clipper 1736, took off from Los Angeles International Airport. The flight's original destination was New York, where it would
still thought that the runway ahead was clear, that there was no danger, and what Van Santen was doing was a procedural mistake, but nothing more than that. And this is why I think it was very important to
pick up passengers before continuing to Las Palmas in the Canary Islands. Chartered by Royal Cruise Lines, the last leg of the journey was fully booked with mostly elderly passengers en route to a cruise. Las Palmas, located on Gran Canaria, was a popular tourist destination due to its tropical and subtropical climate. However, in 1977, the Canary Islands were experiencing political unrest. A group called MPAYAC was fighting for independence from Spain, using both nonviolent and violent tactics. One of their actions would set off a chain of events leading to disaster.
Make the industry both better and safer for everyone involved. Just like we did after this accident, which actually turned out to be the beginning of the end of the Concorde. Now, if you like what I do here on the channel, then consider becoming part of my Patreon crew and maybe join up in my next weekly hangout. Or get yourself a t-shirt. Have an absolutely fantastic day, and I'll see you next time.
Pan Am Flight 1736 was under command of Captain Victor Grubbs, a 56-year-old pilot with a highly experienced crew, including First Officer Robert Bragg and Flight Engineer George Warrens. They took over the flight in New York for the final leg to Las Palmas. However, the flight was already delayed by 45 minutes upon arriving in New York, which caused a delay in their departure. At 7:42, Clipper 1736 took off from JFK International Airport, carrying 16 crew members and 380 passengers across the Atlantic. Meanwhile, another Boeing 747, KLM Flight 4805, was preparing to depart from...
Captain Jacob Van Santen was an instructor pilot that spent a lot of time in the simulator and was used to giving out his own ATC clearances. We'll never know, but what we do know is that these notes to get
from Amsterdam to Las Palmas. This flight, chartered by Holland International Travel Group, was planned as a turnaround trip, landing in Las Palmas, refueling, taking on new passengers, and flying back to Amsterdam. KLM Flight 4805 was commanded by Captain Jacob Veldhuizen van Zanten, a 50-year-old chief flight instructor for KLM 747 fleet. Although he had extensive experience, much of his recent time had been spent training others in simulators rather than flying actual aircraft. His flight crew included First Officer Klaus Mers and Flight Engineer Willem Schroeder, both experienced professionals. At 9 o'clock on March 27th, KLM Flight 4805 departed from Schiphol Airport in Amsterdam with 14 crew members and 234 passengers, heading for Las Palmas. As the two aircraft approached their destination, two young men entered the Las Palmas terminal, left a bag near a flower shop, and quickly exited. The bag contained a bomb. At 1300 hours, a desk clerk at Las Palmas Airport received a call from someone claiming to be a representative of MPAYAC, warning that multiple bombs had been placed in the terminal and that they would detonate in 15 minutes. Right on schedule, the bomb near the flower shop exploded, damaging the terminal and injuring 4 people. Fearing additional bombs, authorities evacuated the...
Misunderstandings could never happen. For example, now we never use the word takeoff unless it is together with a takeoff clearance. We call it
airport and suspended all incoming flights. At that moment, KLM Flight 4805 had just entered a holding pattern above Las Palmas. Initially instructed to hold, the crew was soon informed that the airport would be closed for an indefinite period and was directed to divert to Los Rodeos Airport in Tenerife. The KLM crew complied, landing at Los Rodeos at 1338. Pan Am Flight 1736, also holding above Las Palmas, requested to remain in a holding pattern due to sufficient fuel, but was denied and similarly diverted to Los Rodeos, where it landed at 1415. As more diverted flights arrived, Los Rodeos quickly became overcrowded, with aircraft filling the apron and taxiway.
Definitely was able to speak up against Captain Van Santen. And the fact that Van Zanten started his takeoff roll.
Los Rodeos Airport, located in northern Tenerife, sat at an altitude of 2,000 feet and was often affected by rapidly shifting fog due to the nearby Tide volcano. The northern part of the island frequently experienced low visibility, while the south enjoyed clear skies. Additionally, Los Rodeos had a poor safety record, with multiple accidents occurring in the years leading up to 1977. A new airport in southern Tenerife was nearly complete, but had not yet opened due to political disputes. Unlike the planned southern airport, Los Rodeos lacked ground radar, making it difficult for air traffic controllers to track aircraft movement in low visibility. Upon landing, the KLM crew initially kept passengers on board, hoping for a short delay. However, after